Welcome back, everyone, to the A.D.D. show, where we're not always right, but we're never wrong. As always, I'm Marc.
And I'm Hans, and welcome back, everybody. Just like you had heard on our Facebook page, this week we are going to have Nate and Logan with us, some OGs to the group. They've been on many times. We're all going to be doing our own PFF mock draft. Everyone's going to have their own picks, so essentially we're all going to have 8 picks in each round. So Marc will be 1, I'm going to go 2nd, we're going to have Nate go 3rd, right?
Yep.
Logan go 4th,
Yep.
I think is how we said that, and then we're just going to keep doing it kind of that direction, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, and go all the way through the first 2 rounds. Hopefully we make it that far.
Yeah, we're going to ask questions, talk and everything. And
So,
but other than that, Nate, how you been, man?
I have been incredibly busy, man, but good. This is my favorite time of year. I love the draft. I love the speculation. I love the rumors. I mean, I pretty much spammed the group chat like an hour ago with all of the different rumors that I'm getting from all of the different sources that I follow. This time of year kind of pays off to follow at least one insider from every single team. I'm so stoked for today.
Nice. Logan, how you been, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good. How's the little girl?
She's getting big, man. Starting to walk. Almost 10 months old already. It's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am looking forward to this. We are going to get started. I do have a question for when Logan picks at 4. But for me, I've got the number 1 pick. I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think this is a absolute no-brainer. I am not taking anybody at all except for Mr. Trevor Lawrence. So that is my pick. Any arguments?
No.
No.
They did say they were fielding calls, but I doubt they're getting rid of this pick.
All right, so that means that the number 2 pick, the New York Jets, and Christian is on the clock.
So everything I read shows they're really interested in Zach Wilson. I've seen a couple mocks and a couple rumors of possible Justin Fields, but I'm going Zach Wilson. They've been hard on him. So
Okay.
Jets select Zach Wilson, quarterback, BYU.
All right, so that means number 3 is the San Francisco 49ers, and Nate, you're up.
Okay, so I just want to confirm, we're doing this based on what we think they should do or what we think the team's going to do?
What you would do if you were the GM. So Christian kind of ruined that by saying everything I read, they're taking him.
But that's who I would pick if I was them.
Okay,
that's what
right.
I mean.
All right, so
that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Okay, well, if I'm San Francisco, I am going to make the smart choice here, and I'm going to take Mr. Trey Lance.
All right, interesting. You like his upside more than you like Fields or Mac Jones?
No, I think Fields is a better quarterback. So here's my thing with the quarterbacks, right? So I think that Justin Fields is a better quarterback right now. I also think that Trey Lance reminds me a lot of Josh Allen, who, as you guys know, I was not big on going into this last season. I thought he was going to be a bust. I still saw a lot of inaccuracies. But I think in the right system, Trey Lance is going to be very much like Josh Allen.
Okay.
I see a lot of his game there, and I see a lot of weapons and a team that was hurt last year coming back. I mean, this is basically their full sophomore season because they didn't get a rebound year with COVID and all the injuries from the Super Bowl loss. This is that, and I think you plug in Trey Lance, let him learn. They have a quarterback already that he can sit behind if need be. I think Mac Jones is not worth anything in my opinion, so I pick Trey Lance.
All right, nice. All right, so pick 4 is the Atlanta Falcons, and this is Logan's pick. But my question for all of you guys is this first, real quick, yes or no. Is Atlanta picking here?
Yes.
I think they are, honestly.
I do. I don't think trades start to get listed until 6.
Okay, Nate?
Yeah, I'm going to say they do pick here.
Okay.
I think they're fielding calls, but I think that they're stupid to not pick here.
Okay.
Unless they were able to trade Julio now, they have to wait till June 15th for the money, the cap situation. If they could trade him now, I would say maybe they would trade in the draft with Julio involved.
100% agree.
Yeah, but since they can't do it, they won't. So go ahead, Logan. What you got?
Go ahead, Logan.
All right, so with the 4th pick, the Atlanta Falcons are going to be taking Kyle Pitts from Florida.
All right.
Smart
Now, is there any thought in your head that they're going Sewell or Chase?
No, because if they don't, I don't think they're actually going to end up trading Julio. So if they get Chase, that would be great to have him in addition to the wide receiver core. But they need a solid tight end like Kyle Pitts who can go out in the slot wherever on the field and make plays. And then I just feel like Kyle Pitts is just that talent that you do not skip on, just like Redskins last year did not skip on Chase Young. Like, he's somebody that you have to take. He's a generational talent, and that's it. You have to take him.
All right. I mean, I'm not mad at that pick because the Bengals are going to get one of these three players: Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, or Penei Sewell, and I'm not mad at any of them. So the fifth pick in the draft is going to be Jamar Chase. There's no way the Bengals pass.
I love it.
There's no way. They solidified both tackle positions, and Sewell does not want to play tackle, and it's too early to take Slater. And with so many guards able to be that are dropping to the second round, Bengals easily take, I feel, 1A to 1B best player in this draft.
Okay.
So that's my opinion on that one. And then it gets interesting.
Yes.
I think this is where it gets interesting, where Miami is. So the number 6 pick, Christian.
So with Miami, what I've been doing today, the problem I have with Miami is that all the players that are available right here, other than probably Penei Sewell, is position group players. There's a lot of position players here. You have Devontae, and you have. So the problem is, I don't think that's what they're doing. And if I'm them, this is not what I do. I don't take a wide receiver here if I'm them. I think I would like to get another lineman for my draft, and I think if Penei Sewell is here, that's who I would take at this pick if I don't trade out of it. So I have the Dolphins taking Sewell from Oregon right here.
I think that trade with Washington today solidified that if Sewell's there, they're taking him.
That's why I'm doing this. I had them taking the wide receiver Devontae Smith here if it wasn't for that.
Okay.
But with that trade today, getting rid of that tackle, I have no reason. They think Sewell's going to drop right to them. Pretty much what we've done so far is I'm 90% sure what's probably going to end up happening.
Okay.
And that's what they're thinking too.
All right. So now, again, nobody has mentioned in this offseason the Detroit Lions since the Goff trade.
They're quiet.
So nobody knows what these guys are going to do with this pick. So, Logan, as Detroit Lions GM, or Nate, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to make my selection, and then I'd like to say something really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
My selection for this is kind of a no-brainer. You lost your 1 and 2 weapon. You brought in a quarterback that's not as good as the quarterback you had. You need to give him somebody besides Hawkinson to throw the ball to. I'm going to take the second best wide receiver in this draft, and I'm going to take Jalen Waddle.
All right.
Okay.
Nice. And go ahead. Keep going.
And then what I want to say is I just want to throw this out there as like a little caveat. I think all of this smoke around Julio is just to try to see what they could get for him at number 4 with Atlanta. I think they're trying to make their last final push this season with Matt Ryan, which is why they're not selecting a quarterback. It's why they're going to keep Julio, and it's why they should draft Kyle Pitts. You bring in Arthur Smith as your head coach, who's done miraculous things with Ryan Tannehill. I think Atlanta's actually secretly trying to make a final push at what they should have gotten 4 years ago when they blew the Super Bowl to New England. But I think Jalen Waddle to Detroit is a no-brainer.
All right. I think you're right. The only thing I can say with Atlanta to rebuttal, like the only thing I'm thinking is you throw Julio's name out there, like you're going to trade him.
Everyone's going to start calling
to see if the Bengals will actually call. Because if they really want Chase, they'd be scared as hell that Atlanta's going to take Chase.
And if you think like the Bengals think.
But the thing is one of those 3 players, the Bengals don't have to move to get one of the 3 generational talents in this draft. So if you want to take Chase at 4, you take Pitts at 5, in my opinion, and vice versa.
Unless how you are with the Bengals, unless the Bengals think they're farther than they are, Julio's not a bad thing here.
Yep. So. Now this pick, to me, is going to be interesting. I think Carolina can make or break their season with this pick here. So, Logan, where are you going with this team?
So, before I make my pick, I don't think the Panthers are going to draft here. I honestly think Washington is going to trade up to this spot and pick here, but that's another topic on another day. So I've been thinking about it all day, and I've been going back and forth on what the Panthers should do here if they stay at 8. And I know they have 2 solid receivers with DJ Moore and with Robbie Anderson, and they just got Sam Darnold. So I honestly feel like they need to get somebody to protect his blind side. So with that, I'm going to be taking Rashawn Slater.
Ooh. Wow. All right.
Yeah, they picked him, man.
All right.
You messed up my board, sir.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
They did not have drafted a single offensive player last year. They went all straight defense 7 for 7. So they need to beef up that offensive line if they actually want to have success. So I know it's a reach, but
you don't think they want to try to fill Curtis Samuel's spot with Mr. Devontae Smith Heisman winner?
That's what I was thinking.
That's the two that I was tossing up between, but I feel like they can find a receiver later in the draft that can fill that position, if that makes sense. So
yeah, no,
you take the best tackle available. So Rashawn Slater, that's what I'm going with.
Especially if you think your quarterback's your guy.
It's a good pick.
There's so much talent in the top 10, top 12 that honestly none of these are really bad picks. The quarterbacks is where it's going to be. Like these are all great players. So,
all right. So I'm picking here, and since it's the Denver Broncos, and I will say this: if Trey Lance was here, I'd pick him. Okay, Justin Fields is here. I think Denver is not going to pick him because of the medical report, and John Elway is he's going to be gun shy here to pick Justin Fields at this spot, and they are desperate for linebacker. So I'm picking the first defensive player off the board right now, and I'm going to take Micah Parsons.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, that's a really solid pick for them.
That is a heartbreaker.
Yes. Every mock I've done, I have had him falling to 19.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he's dropping. Like, his name is not even being mentioned anymore. Like, he was a top 3 player, and everybody was saying, like, top 3 in this draft, and now all of a sudden nobody's saying his name. And I really think Fields is the linchpin. Trey Lance, if he goes 3 to the 49ers, I really don't think the Broncos pick a quarterback. But if he doesn't go, I feel the Broncos are one of those teams that could trade up to a Miami at number 6 or, somebody of that nature to get Trey Lance. I think that's the guy they want. And since he's gone, I got to go next need, and I just don't think they're high on Fields, so that's why I picked Parsons.
Yeah, I like that pick.
It's a good pick. You can't go wrong picking Parsons.
So I have Dallas's pick here at 10. I think most mock drafts have the same player listed here, but I have seen a few mock drafts where this player is gone to Denver the pick before. And I have Dallas because he's here. I'm taking Patrick Surtain for Dallas. I think he's the best quarterback in the cornerback in the draft. They got the second best last year. I think having both of them two can only help both Alabama prospects. And Dallas is moving to do a lot more zone this year, and Surtain plays a lot of zone.
All right.
And I think that's only going to help their defense. I think this isn't enough, but I think this is a really good start. And
do you even sniff Barmore?
No.
You don't look for defensive line
Dallas,
here?
Dallas needs secondary.
We need secondary bad.
Okay.
And our next pick should be safety or corner again. Okay. Honestly, our defensive line's not terrible, but that secondary is horrid. We have to do something. Unless this is a situation, I know we kind of argued with a little while ago, if there was a team in the later first, like a Patriots, that wanted to move up here and saw Fields was still here, and you want to make some sort of a deal move back, I also like J.C. Horn a lot. Yeah. So if they were to move back 5 picks to where the Patriots picked, Patriots got their guy here, I wouldn't be mad with J.C. Horn, knowing we get more defensive picks later. I think they're both 1A, 1B, but I just like Surtain a lot more. I think he's got a little more hype on him.
All right. Now, we saw an interesting tweet that was deleted by this. Was it by the Chargers?
Yeah. So
by the Chargers saying they were trading up to this pick, but still, according to the NFL, New York has this pick, the Giants. So Nate, who are you picking here at 12?
Before I pick, I just want to say I'm very scared at the prospect of 2 Alabama players that played together in the same secondary for multiple seasons playing against those two, because Alabama just does not make bad players. But here, with the New York Giants, I am going to do what they need to do to try to help their quarterback, who hurts himself and the team, and then also helps himself and the team more than anybody in the league. And the fact that this player is still here, I don't know why, but I'm taking Devontae Smith.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, I like that pick for them.
I don't want that to happen at all, but yeah. If they get him and Daniel Jones to actually become something, that offense is going to be nasty.
Yes.
Yeah, but Cameron Crowe will break Devontae Smith the first hit.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right, so we got the
Their
Philadelphia
quarterback,
Eagles.
Their quarterback turns the ball over more than he throws into the end zone, so
Yeah,
we
but
still got to
we've-
figure him out.
We've got the dumpster fire at 13. We're at 13 now, right?
I love hearing that.
Yep.
Pick
I hate
12.
this team.
So the dumpster fire of the Philadelphia Eagles. So Logan, where are you headed with this pick?
Selling the
All
team.
right, to make it short and sweet, J.C. Horn from
Yep.
South Carolina.
Wow.
They need secondary help as well. So,
J.C. Horn is really good.
Yeah, J.C. Horn.
All right. Wow. All right.
They need to have somebody back there to stop Curtis Samuel and get Scary Terry.
All right. So the Chargers did some damage this offseason, picking up some new offensive linemen. They needed it. I feel that if Smith or Waddle fell here, I would feel that they would pick one of those two because I think they're in desperate need of a second wide receiver. With Horn and Surtain going, you're not picking the third guy this high.
You could.
So, but
You
my
could take
pick
Fairley.
is the one guy that everybody's saying is a top offensive lineman, but injury history is scary. But I think they're going to take a chance for the kid from Virginia Tech, Christian Darrisaw.
It's Virginia
Great
Tech.
pick.
That's a good
Yep.
pick, though. He's really good.
Yep. If he stays healthy, he could be the best lineman in this draft.
He's
And
huge.
they just got Chargers got Corey Linsley from Green Bay, so they got to continue to build that line as well.
Right. So I think that's where they go. Now we've got Minnesota.
So, as I've done this a few times today, the problem with Minnesota is that they need tackle, guard, and edge, and I've read that all day, the most needing positions, and you could take anybody you want here. This is kind of where it's like best player available in a way. There's no really real tackles here right now. The guards aren't really here, and the edge rushers aren't here yet really either. So you could reach for an edge rusher. I mean, they could. I'm not saying reach. They could reach down for Kwity Paye from Michigan, or even Jason Owa. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Walker Little. Those are all end of the first round picks. So I think if they don't trade it here, I have them in all the ones I've done today taking Trayvon Moehrig from safety from TCU. They need secondary help as well, and I think a safety there would be great.
All right. That's
They've already pretty much come out and said that they want to take Elijah Tucker, though.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I don't read that stuff like
the
you guys
tackle.
do. Yeah.
He's. I mean,
Tackles guard from USC. I mean,
Oh, I scrolled right past him. I didn't even see him sitting there.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I forgot about him.
the pick's in though. The pick
Yeah, I
is
know
in,
it's fine.
so,
I'm not
you
going
know.
back.
All right, Nate, you've got
he's
the.
picking the draft. Justin Fields is still there. New England needs a quarterback. There he goes.
All right, Justin Fields to the New England Patriots.
Talk about a scheme fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And you technically can let him sit for a year to learn.
I
And
wouldn't.
who to learn better from than Cam Newton based on the way Justin Fields plays? He was the number one graded rushing quarterback according to Pro Football Focus College, which I don't really like Pro Football Focus all that much, but he's the number one graded rushing quarterback, the number 6 graded rusher in all of NCAA, the number 2 graded passer. You can't have a better fit. If this happened, I think Bill Belichick would be doing a little dance and we'd finally see him smile.
Yes, I agree. Now, one of the more active teams in the offseason, the Arizona Cardinals. Logan, where are we headed with the Arizona Cardinals?
All right. All right, let's see. I think they need to go defense.
Okay.
So with that, they're going to take Christian Barrymore to play with J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones
Oof.
on that defensive line.
That's scary because I love that kid.
Yeah.
He's falling because he's not needed
Yeah.
by any of the teams right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great pick.
I do too. Probably one of the best picks so far today. I mean, honestly,
He basically would just he plugs the entire middle and allows Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt to do whatever they want.
Yep.
Yep.
Underrated. They also have Marcus Golden.
Yeah. So, all right. So this pick, since Minnesota didn't take him, I'm taking the best tackle available, and I'm taking Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC. Nope, South Carolina. Sorry. I thought there was a U in that.
USC.
Oh, it is USC.
USC.
All right. So I take him. They had a lot of needs, and wide receivers one of them, but I don't reach at one of these guys at this high in the round one. So we've got Christian with the Miami Dolphins again.
Yep. So I had the Dolphins earlier, and I already forgot who I made them pick. Jeez. Sewell. Thank you. I was like, didn't I pick a tackle? So taking the offensive lineman there, I don't think they're going to go offense again here. They could go wide receiver here. I think they have decent wide receiver depth, so I don't have them doing that.
Okay.
I think good enough. I think they might get somebody later. I have them
good enough on their. Oh, I have a question.
Yep.
Who's good enough besides their number one wide receiver?
Well, they also have Gesicki, and then don't they still have Parker there?
Well, Parker's
their number one.
Oh, is that their wide receiver?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Wilson isn't that good.
Yeah, he really isn't.
But at this spot,
But at this spot, if it's not, you really only have Rashad Bateman here. I mean, I guess they could take him.
No, I mean, you got more.
Make your pick. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. I know. So I had
make your pick, damn it.
Well, like I said, they have another pick. They have another pick, 2 picks in the second round, and I like the wide receiver depth there, so I had them picking one there. I have them taking Kwity Paye here, edge rusher, Michigan.
All right.
The first edge rusher off the board.
That might be the first pick I don't like.
Yeah, I think it's a little early for Kwity.
That's fine.
But
I think they need wide receiver help. You need to get to a weapons.
Yeah. And since you didn't get one of the top two, when you didn't get one of the top two, I think but we'll see. I mean, if anything, Pitts could fall to them at 6. I don't think he does, but he could.
You put me in a tough spot here, sir.
That's good.
Come on, Nate. Make us proud here.
My favorite team on earth.
Oh, shit.
And you put me in a tough spot because I did not think Rashad Bateman was going to be here. I mean, you want to talk about a lethal offensive unit. I think I'm going to do what Ron Rivera would do. And the genius that he is, I'm going to pick Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame.
Nice. I accidentally pressed the wrong button, so I have you guys taking Bateman. So if anybody could help me out and pick him soon so I could take, Koramoah off the board. But,
okay.
But I like that pick. I think that's a better pick than any of the wide receivers that are in this draft.
I do too.
Honestly, Bateman could go right here to Chicago, so you might be okay, Mark.
Yeah, so come on, Logan.
But, yeah, they need wide receiver help. They also do need quarterback help because you don't know how Andy Dalton's going to do. And Mac Jones is sitting right here as well. But I think Andy Dalton is still serviceable and still can manage a game. But he needs to have a few more weapons to go with that Bateman from Minnesota.
All right. Now, I do have to say, I'm picking as Indianapolis here. The hate on Mac Jones is real in this group right now.
Yes.
Because we're at pick 21, and he's not gone yet, and they have him as a top 10 talent.
He'll be gone before the end of the first round.
No, he's ranked 14th for a reason.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say...
He's only dropping because a lot of these teams that are not in, the top 10 really don't need quarterbacks.
Somebody...
Washington and Chicago do, but everybody else really doesn't need a quarterback right now.
And remember this...
I also forgot to say, I don't think Washington's picking 19.
Yeah.
I think we're moving up.
For
I
what?
think Washington's either going to trade up for either Fields or Lance. They're going to whoever's there. If Lance doesn't get picked, there's going to be a mad rush for him because of the ceiling. I think Trey Lance has the second highest ceiling in this draft. I just don't think he's close to it yet.
All right.
I also think teams are going to trade. Before here, also, we're not doing trades. I don't think Mac Jones makes it to pick 21 right now.
No,
I don't think so either. But
I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts right now, and I'm looking at a team that doesn't really need anything. They need this pick right here. Like they say, they need wide receiver, tackle, edge. Those are their top three needs.
They could use an edge rusher.
And with that, I will say I am going to take the best edge passer available right now. I don't think it's a reach. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna butcher his last name. Jason Owe.
I think it's Owa.
Owa.
I think. Oh,
yeah,
that's it.
So I'm gonna take him from Penn State.
Smart pick, honestly.
I mean, he's really not a reach. He's ranked 21, or he was ranked 25th, and he went 21. So.
Yeah. But now we've got the Tennessee Titans.
So I promised everybody if they didn't like the last pick, they'll probably like this one more. Because I think they have two options here, and I don't think they can go wrong with either. But losing the wide receiver in Corey Davis, I think, is going to hurt them in the long run. Okay. If they don't make a move for Julio or anything like that, if that didn't happen, I have them drafting Elijah Moore here.
That's a good pick, I think.
I think they could use another wide receiver to help. It's really close between that and Farley, or even Little here, the tight tackle. Yep. I think they're in a really good spot of a lot of good late-round talent, and I think this is where that really good late-round reach is.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
With them losing their slot presence in Adam Humphries and then losing the outside wide receiver in Corey Davis, do you think getting Elijah Moore, who is a slot guy, or getting someone like a Terrence Marshall Jr., who is a huge go-get-him wide receiver, so now you have both of them, what do you think is better, pairing A.J. Brown with someone who's closer to DK Metcalf, or pairing A.J. Brown with someone who's closer to Curtis Samuel?
I think for the team, I think having a really solid slot wide receiver would help. I think also having I think having an outside one helps too. But I'm thinking of Elijah, the guy I just picked. I'm thinking Elijah Moore, not quite like a CeeDee Lamb, but somebody like that, a gadget, smaller player that I think can really help them. But I think they need a lot more, and I think they probably will take another wide receiver soon again because they need some help there. But I don't think they can go wrong. Yeah, I don't think they can go wrong with anybody there, Terrence Marshall either. It just depends on what they want. And I'll be honest, I don't know their size difference. I didn't look into that. I just know that one is ranked a lot higher, and I've seen him go higher. So that was kind of my guess there.
Okay. All right. So now we've got the New York Jets, who picked second, and now they're picking again at 23. So they got their quarterback, Nate. Who are they taking next?
Well, I think they can do one of two things here. They can get the best running back available, or they can try to solidify their offensive line a little more. I think with the addition of Corey Davis, you have C.J. Herndon. They re-signed Josh Adams. I know they like him. I know they like the kid out of Maryland that they have. I think here you bookend your tackles and you go Walker Little.
Wow,
I think that's a solid choice.
Wow, I have not seen.
You play on the right side because Mekhi Becton's on the left.
Yeah, they had to put him on the right.
You bookend, you protect, you give Zach Wilson everything you never gave Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Yeah. That's interesting though, because I haven't seen Little go in the first round in any of my mock drafts.
He's the best tackle available.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. So I'm looking at Logan here picking for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is
the exact position I was in, tackle or running back.
See, here I'm thinking something case, totally different.
There's three ways the Steelers could go here. They can go running back, they can go tackle, or they can go quarterback.
According to our draft,
Dwayne Haskins is not going to become Big Ben's successor.
So they draft Big Ben Jr. and Mac Jones?
They could, but if I were them, I would not. But it's a possibility. So the Steelers are going to take Najee Harris.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody know where he's at on this list?
Just type his name in.
65.
65.
You can just type his name in.
Yeah. Well, I'm holding the phone right now, there, guy. So.
Hey.
I think that's a good pick. My comp for Najee Harris in the NFL currently is Joe Mixon.
Yeah, I could see it.
Okay.
I think he's more of a power runner, but he gives you that flexibility to throw the ball to him. You know, so the team doesn't know on second down if you're running or throwing. Whereas ETN is much more of a Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I definitely could see
He's
that.
going to catch the ball a lot more, kind of thing. So, I think that's a phenomenal pick, Logan.
All right, so I am once again drafting for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And do I go quarterback competition here?
Why would you do
No.
that? Mark, I'm replacing you with Nate and Logan if you do that.
Now, here's
Mark,
the
you're lucky I'm not there in person.
He would have just smacked you in the head.
There's no tackle here that I want. There's no safety here that I want.
Tevin Jenkins is a monster.
And
though.
so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go one of two ways. And this person, to me, would have gone a lot higher if he didn't have character issues. And I feel right here, best player available, and I think Urban Meyer can take a hold of him, and I'm taking Jalen Phillips.
Wait, I got a question. That's a good pickup. You want Urban Meyer to get a player with character issues, and he's going to help his character issues?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
He masked every single one of them in Florida.
Yep.
I understand.
I mean, he's
got his own issues.
He had the best team in Florida, Murderers Row.
But
okay,
you have him taking somebody to help him get clean.
The picture of Tim Tebow throwing the ball to Riley Cooper and Aaron Hernandez is one of the most amazing pictures I've ever seen.
Wait a second, wasn't he protected by the Twins?
The Pouncey.
Yeah, Marcus Pouncey.
Yeah, they're the biggest thugs in the. They were the biggest thugs in the NFL too. Like that team was awesome. Like, come on.
Is there a 30 for 30 on that team?
Come on, man.
There will be.
There has to be.
There will be. So now we've got a team that is arguably really close to going to that next level, which is the Cleveland Browns. And what you got going on here, Christian?
So my hardest part with this position is the positions they need aren't really here. There's a lot of defensive talent right here, but it's all mostly corner. There is an edge rusher a little farther down as well, but it all depends on what they want. They don't really need another corner, but I think at the time, if you are Cleveland, I'm not doing this, so don't mark it off yet. Caleb Farley's still here. Mm-hmm. He's falling to the end of the first round. I know his average draft position's 25th, but I've seen him as high as pick 10. I think they need help on the line. I think that's another position they could help, and I have them taking Aziz.
You mean defensive line, right?
Yeah, defensive line. Okay. Sorry. I have them taking Aziz Ojulari. Edge rusher, excuse me.
All right.
I think that will.
Even though they signed Clowney and they have that other guy that I can't think of his name.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Vernon and Sheldon Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they added him, the thing with adding a player like that is you never have someone tired.
That's the thing, and I think that's going to help with their defense. And Ojulari has also played defensive tackle, and he's played
Also
in.
have to chase down Lamar Jackson twice a season.
Yeah.
And at Georgia, he did play a little bit in coverage like DeMarcus Ware used to do, a little bit like that. So I think he's a little bit of a gadget outside player, mostly on the line.
All right. Now we've got the awful Baltimore Ravens. Where are you headed, Nate?
This is the easy. This is a get. I mean, you gave me Justin Fields at 15, and then you give me what I think will turn out to be one of the top 3 wide receivers in this draft. I'm picking Terrence Marshall Jr.
If he's there.
He's 6'3", 220. His comp is DK Metcalf, but he runs more routes than straight.
Oh.
I love it. All right, Logan, you've got the New Orleans Saints, and I do believe Nate just picked your boy.
Yeah, he did. So that changed something a little bit up for me. So with their needs right here, linebacker and cornerback,
they also only have 2 quarterbacks on a 1-year deal each.
Yeah. But with them, I think they got to take the best defensive player available, and they're going to take Caleb Farley.
All right.
Oh, you like him more than Newsome? Okay.
I do like Caleb Farley a lot.
See, I like Asante Samuel Jr. better than all 3.
You know what makes me
I
sick?
like Newsome the best, so that's funny.
You know what makes me sick? Virginia Tech had 2 first-round talents go in this draft.
Okay, I
That's
haven't seen one West
disgusting.
Virginia player go, though. Have you
No,
guys?
no, not the.
Because they suck.
Yeah, true. That's true.
All right,
Are
so
any even entered in the draft?
Yeah, Yeah, we have the second most. Hey, we have the second most players drafted in the NFL draft since 2010 in the Big 12. That's pretty good.
All right, so
It's not first round.
Comes in 8th in the SEC.
I'm
Probably.
going to
We don't
be-
pay our players, so.
I am not. I'm going to keep with tradition here for the Green Bay Packers, and I am not taking a wide receiver in the first round.
Mark, I'm about to slap you through the phone if you do not take a wide receiver.
I'm not picking wide receiver.
Oh my God.
You gotta help Rodgers out.
What? I'm not picking Rondale Moore.
Rondale Moore's good.
Rondale Moore's good, but he's not first round talent. Like this right here with the two cornerbacks that are available in Newsome and Asante Samuel Jr.
Basically the second round.
He's what? Yeah, and you have two players that are going to be probably higher up in this draft with Newsome and Samuel Jr. So
oh my Lord.
I am.
Go ahead, pick him.
I am picking, obviously, Rondale Moore. I just wanted to get Nate fired up.
That's messed up.
So no, I don't think.
I'm not in person, Mark.
I don't think if you're Green Bay, you cannot take the best wide receiver available in this first round. I don't think it's a reach. I think he's a good kid. I think he's a good wide receiver, and he's going to be a good 2 or 3 in the league. And Rodgers will love throwing to him.
You can't not pick the best wide receiver available, not just for Rodgers, but if you think Jordan Love is your future, he needs weapons too.
Yeah, so it's. I just think it's. Right now we're handing Buffalo 2 of the best corners in this draft. You have your choice.
Yeah, it's a pair with Tre'Davious White.
Right. So I think this is just Buffalo should be running.
But do I draft one?
If you're smart,
So I had 2 different mock drafts here I just pulled up that I made earlier today.
Yeah.
They also need a running back.
Damn it, Nate. I did say if one of the top corners was left here, I would take them.
Yeah.
And they are. So I am going to take Newsome. If he wasn't here, I was going to take ETN.
Would you take ETN over Asante Samuel Jr.?
Yes.
100%.
100%. But I'm taking Greg Newsome because he's here. And Greg Newsome, I think, is better. I think Asante Samuel was a mid-second round talent.
All right.
I think he's lower than everyone else.
All right. Before you pick here, Nate, I just have a question.
Yeah.
Why would you waste, 3 years in a row with first round pick for a
Because this
running
one
back?
can catch the ball.
Not
They-
first round picks.
Moss was a what?
Third round pick.
Moss was a third round pick.
Singletary and Moss were both third round
Yeah,
picks.
they were
Third-round
late.
picks. Okay.
They were some of the first 4 running backs to go. But I think here ETN is a game changer and allows you to get a running back that can catch the ball and stretch the field like Kamara does.
Okay.
I agree with Nate's take on him.
All I'm saying is I hate the Baltimore Ravens, but I am drafting lights out for them. They knock out wide receiver with Terrence Marshall, and I'm going to get Tevin Jenkins right here.
All right.
That's a good pick since they just lost Orlando Brown.
Still not win a playoff game, though. It's pretty good, though.
And then to round
They did
out
win a playoff game.
I know.
round 1, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl champions, GM Logan. What are we picking?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to select Mac Jones.
All right.
I mean, he's here. I mean, I don't see a problem
Why
with it.
not? They don't
Yep.
need anybody on their offensive line. Their defense is already stout. Why not get somebody like Mac Jones in there to sit behind Brady for a year or so?
No,
Yep.
I think that's actually the perfect fit for Mac Jones.
It really is.
I've been saying this forever. Let him sit behind Tom Brady for another 5 years.
And on Twitter, he sent us a message earlier with the Phil Simms mock draft, which I think Phil Simms is a complete idiot.
He smoked crack on
He
that
had
draft.
Justin Fields falling all the way to 32. I just thought that was crazy.
His whole draft
You
was
can't have someone that athletic in today's NFL fall that far.
no way.
Just because of epilepsy that's never affected him during football.
Right. So, all right. So the start of the second round, we actually did pretty good. We got that in.
We're
with
right at
almost-
40 minutes. We got
Yeah.
about 20 minutes for the
So,
next round. We'll go a little quicker.
Second round, Jacksonville. This is their 3rd pick in the draft. I'm going with defensive help here. Again, I know I probably should, protect, Trevor Lawrence a little bit, but I don't think their offensive line is as bad as their defense. So I'm going Elijah Molden, safety out of Washington.
Ooh, that's a good pick, Mark. I like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
So now Christian again picking for the New York Jets. He doesn't remember who we picked the last 2 times, so here we go.
Well, I don't. Wait, I know I did pick the quarterback, BYU.
Yep.
The second round pick, I picked the edge rusher.
Okay.
I think I picked Kwity Paye, right? And everybody made fun of me for that?
Yep.
So, picked Kwity Paye. I actually didn't know my pick was coming, so that kind of sucks.
No, I picked for the New York Jets second.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Who'd
all
you
right.
pick again?
I got him a tackle.
That's what it was. Okay.
Okay.
So I think here, I don't think I have any trouble with them drafting ETN here.
Okay. Where's he at?
66th.
All right.
I think at some point ETN's going to fall or teams are going to start calling for his potential to help that offense out. They have their quarterback, and now they have, like I said a minute ago, a running back that can stretch the field.
Okay.
So I haven't
I think
taken.
that's a phenomenal pick.
I think it is too. If
So
he
you
falls
took
here,
ETN with 34.
yeah.
Yep. So now we've got the Atlanta Falcons at 35.
I got your boy Marc Asante Samuel Jr.
That's a
pick.
good pick.
That's a good pick
If
there,
he
yeah.
falls to here, I mean,
He's
he's
also far for him.
I think that is a phenomenal draft for them at that. That is ultimate value.
yes. So now we've got the Miami Dolphins picking.
Okay, so
18th time in this draft. Miami
Yeah.
Dolphins.
so you guys took Sewell and Pay, right? The
Yeah.
rusher from Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, the Miami Dolphins are going to take Nick Bolton, linebacker, Missouri.
You don't want to keep the boy from Miami in Miami?
That's what I was thinking. Gregory Rousseau, right there.
Yeah, I just think Nick Bolton's the best defensive player available right now. So at that point, take him.
I like Zayvon Collins.
All right.
He's a freak athlete.
He is nasty.
And so now I am the Philadelphia Dumpster Fire Eagles.
Are you selling the team for another late round pick?
Nope.
Okay.
What I am going to do is I'm going to pick the next best defensive player, and I'm going to pick the kid from Tulsa, Zayvon Collins.
Zayvon Collins is dirty. I like
Also,
him.
can we talk about how he gained 15 pounds from his pro dates at the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, steroids is a hell of a drug.
He's 270 pounds as an inside linebacker.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yep. All right, so I'm a little interested to see what Christian will do here with the Cincinnati Bengals, who took Jamar Chase at number 5.
So,
Oh, he's sitting right there.
yep, he's literally sitting right here. I think you've done a great job with your talent. I think because you skipped on Sewell, you don't make that again. I have them taking Dylan Raduns, however you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it, from North Dakota State. Raduns, that's how it is.
right.
I think the fact that he's in the second...
Positions on the line too, so he's a flex player.
Exactly, and I think the fact that he's fell this far, if you're the Bengals, you're losing your mind. Because I think he's an end of the first round talent here.
Yeah. You would take him over Leatherwood?
I would. I think absolutely. I would take him over the Leatherwood and Cosme.
Okay.
But Leatherwood won't be long. He's about another few picks away, I would say.
Okay.
There's a lot of good tackles in this draft.
Yep. And then picking for, again, this is the third time Carolina picking or the second time?
I think it's a second.
Second. So who are we taking, Nate?
I don't remember who was selected the first time.
I took Rashawn Slater.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Well,
Your boy's there from
Kadarius
Florida.
Toney.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question, because this kid that I see that I'm about to ask, I can't even remember his name. He's from North Carolina, wide receiver. He's fallen.
Diami Brown?
He's like third round always.
Diami Brown.
But could he go in the second round?
He's actually a sleeper to go in the first round.
Yeah.
If there's a run on wide receivers, he's a sleeper to go. Good size, good feet, good hands. His problem is route running, but if he's on the right team and the right system, I think he could be a stud.
And he's small. He's only 189 pounds, so you're looking probably a little more of a slot role here.
Okay.
Bad.
Yeah, he's fast. Did he run like a 4.26, or is that somebody?
He reminds me of like a raw Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So picking at pick 8 in the second round, we've got the Denver Broncos.
Wait, who did Carolina end up taking?
We just said.
Tony, right?
You did
Yeah.
take Tooney. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Toney.
You mentioned it. I just didn't know. You all said it at the same time, so I just want to make sure.
All right. So who are you going with here, Logan?
All right, so with the Broncos second round pick, they are going to take Samuel Cosme from Texas.
All right.
Great pick.
That's a good pick.
He also plays multiple positions. I think that's the way the NFL is trending too, is drafting linemen who play multiple positions, because that's the one part about the NFL besides quarterback where people have played multiple positions that they haven't really done this before, and it started to happen over the last 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really smart thing to do as well.
Yes. And that's why I think the Bengals are going to pass on Sewell, especially this year, because they have their 2 tackles.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's why I think getting that kid from North Dakota State was actually a really, really good pick.
Right, because they need help at guard bad, and if he can play all 5, that's just adds more value.
Yeah, he's definitely moving around.
I mean, Brandon Sheriff was really the first person in recent history to do so.
Yeah.
He was a tackle at Iowa.
Yep. So now the Detroit Lions. I'm picking. This is a Detroit Lions pick right here, because this guy's either going to be really, really good, or he's going to get arrested within the first month of the year.
I already know who it is.
I'm going Gregory Rousseau from Miami, edge rusher. This kid is easily first-round talent. Easy first-round talent. He's fast. He's strong. But he has just got typical Miami.
Brain.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Yep. So. But I have him going there. And now the New York Giants.
You guys ready?
I think Nate's still there. Oh, wait. I thought it was Nate's pick. It's your pick.
Wait, who goes after? Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
So, in the first round, you guys picked a wide receiver for them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Devontae Smith, because he fell that far. So I have them taking Alex Leatherwood here, tackle, to help out that O-line.
I think that's going to help out Saquon too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a really smart pick for them.
All right, Nate, you're picking again for the San Francisco 49ers. They got Trey Lance. Who are they getting now?
Oh, I think they're not going to be picking here. But I'm going to select Diami Brown.
Oh, wow.
Receiver from North Carolina.
All right.
You're going to run Diami Brown with Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel and have one of the most potent offenses in the NFL.
With Kittle?
Prepare with a top 5 defense that's healthy.
I really wish I had this next pick.
Damn. All right, so now we've got Logan picking for the Dallas Cowboys.
Trade me this pick, Logan.
Who picked Sir
Take a kicker.
Take a kicker.
Tell him on. No, I'm just kidding.
We got a good kicker now, though. Trade me this pick, Logan.
Dallas is going to take Carlos Basham Jr.
That's a great pick for
That's a good pick. 2 solid defensive players right there. Oh, look it. I'm picking for the Jacksonville Jaguars once again.
I do like that pick. I will say, but I will say Dallas has had a lot of talks, and they really are high on Richie Grant as one of the best safeties in the draft.
Okay.
If he's there.
Well,
but I think
the funny thing is
imagine pairing an edge rusher with Demarcus Lawrence.
Oh, I know. Oh, I love this pick, by the way. I was just saying that there's so many good defensive players here in the middle of this round that this is a this draft is deep to me of one of the last few years. The first 2 rounds are just really talented.
Yes. Here.
Well, the defensive talent isn't first round quality. There's more offensive talent than there is defensive talent.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of raw talent on defense.
Yes.
I like this safety. I've actually, because he kept falling to me when I was doing Bengal mocks. This guy kept falling to me. So I decided to look him up and watch some tape. And this kid is really good. And so there's not really a tackle here, or, I like Landon Dickerson at center for Alabama. But again, I think the offensive line is decent enough in Jacksonville where they need more help on defense. And since I picked a cornerback last time, I'm picking a safety this time. Or a linebacker. You know what? I'm going Jabril Cox.
Oh,
good pick.
Yeah, I'm going Jabril Cox.
he's a monster.
I don't think it was between him and Jamar Johnson, to be completely honest. And I love Jamar Johnson. I think that linebacker, he's going to be, if you can hit, and Tampa Bay's defense proved if you have decent linebackers that can cover and rush and do everything, your defense is very good. So I'm picking him, and I think Jacksonville makes big strides in the next year.
Jabril Cox reminds me of Kevin White.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a beast. And so now, Nate, you've got the New England Patriots again.
Christian.
What's up? I heard my name.
It's Christian's turn.
Oh, yeah, shit.
I was to say, I was like, sorry, I thought you were trying to ask me a question. I was like, what's up, man?
Oh.
So, what did you guys have New England picking in the first? Because I did not write that down.
Justin Fields.
Justin
okay,
Fields.
okay,
Yep,
so
they
quarterback.
got their quarterback.
So, I don't really like the run on wide receivers here. I know this sounds crazy. They're just not here. And I think reaching for one here would be ridiculous. I've scrolled down to almost 100 and still don't see anybody really here. And I think what wouldn't be a bad choice is a corner here. So I have them. I don't know, man. So, man, this is gonna mess with me.
Corner smart. Corner smart.
You what?
I said corner is smart here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I like, I'm gonna go Javon Holland. I like him. I almost went Richie Grant. They don't really need a safety, but I still think that I've said it a few times that Richie Grant still here is surprising me because he has the most experience of all corners in the draft. But I picked who I just said.
Javon Holland.
Yep, Javon Holland from Oregon. I think another corner to pair on the other side of Gilmore would be nice.
All right, so now we've got the Los Angeles Chargers.
And they went tackle in the first, right?
No.
You guys didn't pick a tackle for them? Yeah.
Was it tackle or guard?
I don't know how to look.
Yeah, me neither, but
For some reason, PFF you can't look. I don't know why.
I think it was a guard. No.
There's
No,
guard.
Christian Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tackle.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a tackle. I thought so, to help the line. Mark, I think you made that pick.
Yeah, I did, but it doesn't mean I remember.
All right, so who's
All
got
right,
this
so
pick?
here's a surprise pick for you guys.
Mhm.
Okay.
When was Austin Eckler the best that he ever was?
Wow, he's going Javonte Williams here.
I am going Javonte Williams.
Wow.
Wow. I just looked at his name, and when you said Eckler, I was like, Eckler's at his best when he had another running back running.
Yep.
Exactly. I think that would help out Herbert.
Because I don't think Eckler's a 3-down back.
All right, so
God.
He's not.
here's my hot take right now.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Javonte Williams is the best running back in this draft.
I'm going to remember you saying that.
False.
He is the best running back in this draft.
False.
Yeah.
Best running back in North Carolina.
Yeah, best. No, I think Najee Harris and Etienne are both going to be Rookie of the Year candidates this year.
Okay.
I think Javonte Williams has the potential to be better than Najee Harris. I
Yeah.
think Travis Etienne is going to be the next Alvin Kamara.
I do too. 1,000 potential Rookie Year. Watch
All right.
it.
All right, now we've got Logan picking for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Did you say Lost Vegas?
Right.
They're lost?
So they completely dismantled their offensive line this offseason for God knows whatever reason. So I'm going offensive line, and they're going to take the center from Wisconsin, Whitewater, Quinn Menarez.
Where the hell is he?
He's 51.
I
You
don't
like
know
him?
if that's how you say his name, but that's a good pick.
You like him over Landon?
I remember watching the Senior Bowl, and he was putting in the work, and
He was
he just caught
chucking
my eye.
people with one hand.
Yeah,
So
he
you
was
like
an
him-
absolute beast, and I feel like
Yeah.
Derek Carr being underneath of him, that's going to be really good.
And you like him over Landon Dickerson from Alabama?
Don't ever say that again.
Whatever.
All right, so the Arizona Cardinals have an interesting pick here. I think your edge rushers are very good, but I do not trust J.J. Watt to play 16 games. And right here, I think it's one of two things that they're going to do. They're going to shore up their secondary, or they're going to go defensive line. And I'm going edge rusher from Oklahoma, Ronnie Perkins.
Isn't that like the best college football name? Like Ronnie Perkins.
Davis?
I think
Davis
he's...
is still there.
Yep, but my thing is this, is if you bring this kid in, he is learning from two of the best to ever to play the position. And so I think that is like bringing him in. He's not being forced to play right away. He could come in and spell both players either, or if they get hurt, I think this kid is going to be good. I like Jamin Davis, and I also like Jamar Johnson, but I just feel that they're going to pick defensive line here.
All right. So I have the Miami Dolphins. Again, wide receiver is what they need.
Hey, guys, hold on.
What's up?
I just found out how you can see previous picks.
All right.
Top right corner, there's a little arrow that points down.
Where?
Oh, look at that.
Top right arrow.
Damn.
Wow, look at that.
Thanks, Nate.
This is really, really nice.
Welcome.
So the Miami Dolphins have picked Kwity Paye, horrible pick, and Penei Sewell, and they picked Nick Bolton.
Yep.
So we've gone defense, and offensive line.
So I will say when I picked Bolton, because I think it was me that did that, I didn't see Jamin. I didn't see Davis there. I didn't see Davis was there.
Okay.
I would have them take him here, but I'm not going to have them do that. I have them taking what I think right now is the best linebacker. The best lineman on the board, and I have them taking Jackson Carman, tackle from Clemson.
Okay.
I think another player to help out the line would be great here. I don't like the wide receivers here. I think they'd have to reach really far.
So you're going to start 2 rookie tackles?
They don't have to start 2 rookie tackles.
Okay. All right. I mean, hey.
You can move them. And one can be depth player. You can rotate players in and out.
All right. So I don't know how this happened. I think Nate, in his Rain Man mind, figured this out.
What,
and
like the second best linebacker in the draft here?
Got to have Washington football team, and he's picked both times for
and the
himself.
best linebacker.
Yeah, I think he did that on purpose.
And Davis is literally one of the nastiest linebackers.
Make the right decision here, Nate.
I am. And I'm going with tackle Liam Eichenberg from Notre Dame.
Wow.
I would have taken Davis.
That's not who I was thinking, but I'm fine with that.
We got Jeremiah Owusu-Kamara in the round.
Oh,
1.
yeah, that's who you picked in round 1.
Offensive line.
Forgot about that.
Eckenberg at left tackle, then Eric Flowers, Chase Roulier, Brandon Sheriff, Morgan Moses, top 5 offensive line, back-to-back division champs for the first time in 20 years in this division.
All right. I knew something was going to get that in sooner or later. So now we've got the Chicago Bears.
And then he woke up.
All right, the Chicago Bears are going to take Jamar Johnson.
Safety. All right. I like that pick.
I don't like that pick.
All right. So now I am the Tennessee Titans. And
I like Richie Grant. Take him.
Wow. I don't really know who they would take here, but I do know that they lost one of these in free agency and they don't have one on the team. And I think this is a little bit of a reach, but I think they're good enough. And I mean, defensively, they're not really that good, but I think they go offense again here. And I pick tight end from Penn State, Pat Freiermuth.
He's really good.
That's actually a good pick.
Yeah.
I really want him in the 3rd round if he was there for Dallas.
Him and Ferkser.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yep. All right. So
he's
now,
really good.
Now one of the best teams on paper, the Indianapolis Colts.
So for the Colts here, let me just go back and just double check what they had done. So you had them taking, somebody had Jason Owa, which I think was you, Mark.
Yes.
So they also need tackle. They also need edge rush. I still have this hard part with the amount of talent that's sitting here. Tackle and edge rusher. I'm just going to have them, let's see here.
They could use another solid linebacker.
And so I'm sitting here thinking, I've been looking at him for a few 10 picks now with Jamin, or however you pronounce his name, Davis sitting here. He's literally moving up boards like crazy right now. His vertical's ridiculous. So I'm going to have them, because they can move him around, I'm going to have them taking Jamin Davis from Kentucky here. They don't necessarily need it as a high priority pick, but if he falls this far, there's no reason not to pick him right there.
All right.
So
Him and Darius Leonard.
That'd be nasty.
Yeah.
Yep. All
and
right.
he is good.
So now, Nate, you've got the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in the first round, we had the Steelers taking Najee Harris. So who are the Steelers going to take now?
That's a phenomenal question, Mark.
That's why I do this podcast, Nate.
I'm going to have them reach just a tad, but I have them selecting Wyatt Davis, guard from Ohio State.
It's a good pick.
All right. Wyatt Davis, guard from... Okay.
Ohio State likes their good linemen, man.
Yep, that's a good pick. So the Seattle Seahawks, this is their first pick, isn't it?
First of 3 picks in the entire draft.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So the Seattle Seahawks, who need everything, pick...
They are going to take Landon Dickerson.
Smart pick.
Okay. All
He's
right.
played guard and center.
Okay. I like that.
And Russell Wilson's the most sacked quarterback since 2012.
All right. And now we're going with a team that hasn't picked yet either in the Los Angeles Rams. Logan took the guy I wanted, but that's okay because I do feel like they will get much better with this guy on the team also. And he's the best player left, I feel, defensively. I don't think he's much of a reach here, but I'm taking UCF Richie Grant.
It's a really solid pick.
Yeah, that's good because they lost John Johnson.
And so now Christian has the Kansas City Chiefs picking for the first time.
First time. So, if I stand corrected, I don't know if PFF has updated a whole lot since the trade for Orlando Brown, but I don't think here they're going to go line here. I know they have 2 picks really close together.
Yep.
I think they're going to go defense here, and I have I'm not sure who they would pick here if they're both here, but if I was them, I personally like more. I would go Joseph Osayi here, edge rusher from Texas.
All right. Wow. All right. That's a good pick right there. So now we've got Nate with the Cleveland Browns.
This is hard.
Yeah, these play.
I'm actually gonna pick. I'm gonna pick my guy Aaron Robinson from UCF. They don't really. They list like cornerback as a need, but I think they need more of somebody who can play outside when their outside corner switches into the slot, and he can do that.
Okay. All right. That's not a bad pickup. And now...
Who was it?
Aaron Robinson.
Yeah, say the UCF player, USF.
All right.
The Bulls.
And now we've got the New Orleans Saints on the clock, and their first-round pick was Caleb Farley. So who are we taking now, Nate, Logan?
The Saints. This might be a little... it might be a 3-way battle for quarterback, but they have to take Kyle Trask.
I was just about to say, Kyle Trask is going here.
Wow.
Yep, I had that feeling.
All right.
It's a good spot for him too.
I don't think that's the right pick. I
was tossing up between Trask and the receiver from Tennessee, Josh Palmer.
I think a couple weeks of preseason, Trask might win that job out over Jameis Winston.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
We haven't seen Jameis Winston play since the crab legs. We don't even know.
Kyle Trask is good enough to beat Jameis Winston, who threw the most interceptions in NFL history.
I think
and
that the coach, what's his name?
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton has a hard-on for Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill's not starting a quarterback.
Taysom Hill can go kick rocks, dude.
I
can't
understand
throw the ball.
that. I understand you want to put him in the car with the Mannings when it blows up, but I really think that Sean Payton loves that kid, and he's going to be the starter week 1 in the NFL this season.
Nate may not like Taysom Hill, but he would never put them in the same vehicle with the Mannings.
What are they going to do?
Who's going to do what?
When the Saints start 0-4, what are they going to do?
I mean, that team's getting blown up. That team is getting absolutely blown up.
No, they're going to put a quarterback that can actually stay on his feet.
They have no money, and they have 2 good players on offense, and you have to start over.
No, but here's my point. Taysom Hill only has 1 year left on his contract. Jameis Winston only signed a 1-year deal. Why would you not draft a quarterback who you can have a 4-year deal for? You don't get the 5th-year option on him. I get that because he's not a first-round pick. But it's a 4-year contract that's cheap.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not saying anything against Trask. I just don't think New Orleans quarterback is something that they are going to draft in the first couple rounds. I think they would have gone.
I disagree. I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they will.
I think Winston's a stopgap.
Yes, I agree, but I don't think this is the year where they, I don't think you sign Winston to the deal if you're going to take a quarterback here. That's just me. I've been, like I said, I've been known to be wrong. It doesn't happen often, but I have the Buffalo Bills here. And the Buffalo Bills just
defense.
Yeah, because it's surprising that they need defense, and I'm looking here, and that kid from North Carolina State is still there. You've got two excellent safeties in Ardarius Washington and Andre Sisco, and then the Houston player Peyton Turner, who's really good, but in my opinion, Syracuse is very underrated when it comes to defensive talent in the NFL. And I'm going with secondary help again, and I'm going Andre Sisco out of Syracuse.
You just completely ruined my next pick.
I just think Buffalo needs to keep up with the throwing team of Kansas City. They couldn't do it in the secondary this year, and I think White needs help, and I think having these two young kids help him, I think that would be very smart by Buffalo.
See, I had Cisco going to pair with Honey Badger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That would have been awesome too. So we've got pick 30 in the second round, and we've got Christian up with the Green Bay Packers.
So it's almost like Nate and I have this weird sense of reading each other's minds, because on my phone I had safety here.
Nate.
I had safety here. I didn't. But what's funny is I had safety for Green Bay, and I had that exact kid from Syracuse.
Okay.
So since he's not there, I'm going with Ardarius Washington, safety from TCU.
Okay.
Texas Christian Horned Frogs. Yep. Stupidest mascot I've ever heard of. What the hell's a horned frog?
No, he's pretty dumb.
All right.
What is? What was that?
It's something about a mountaineer.
Oh, okay. Understandable.
So
hey,
now,
when you hear banjos.
So now Kansas City Chiefs. Nate, who are you taking with the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well, since you ruined everything for me, Marc, I'm going Peyton Turner, best edge rusher available. He's from Houston. He's got great hands, and he's got decent size. I think pairing him with Chris Jones is smart.
All right. Now we've got the last pick. I didn't know they had back-to-back picks. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick again. So, Logan, last pick of this 2-round mock draft.
The Bucs take the lead tackle from NC State, Aleem McNeil.
All right. Nice.
That's smart. They just picked up the fifth-year option on Pizza Bea. They know Ndamukong Suh is going to retire soon. Smart pick.
All right. So, I just pulled up the first round, and
don't pick Rashawn Slater.
What the hell?
Logan got an F for Rashawn Slater. I got a C+ for Micah Parsons.
Hey, my Quiddy Pay don't look so bad, mother truckers.
Yeah. Those, and then Walker Little got a C-, and those were the worst picks in the first round. And then in the second round, Jabril Cox got a C+. Javonte Williams and Quinnen Miners got C+, and so did Ronnie Perkins. So it looks like we reached a lot more in the second round because there's a lot of C+ in those rounds.
All I'm saying is my Washington who's a what's it's got an A and an A-. So
yep. So Cincinnati got an A. A- for Arizona. A for Atlanta. Carolina got a C-. Logan, you screwed them. Minnesota and New England got A+. San Francisco got an A+. Tampa Bay got an A+.
Question for you guys.
Yeah.
When does Houston pick?
they don't.
They don't. So
I just realized they didn't have They don't have a first or second round pick. I never picked up on that. All these drafts I did.
Yep.
I was like, what are they going to pick?
All right. Now, realistically, just one last question before we sign off here. How many trades do you see happening for the first round on Thursday night? I'll let Nate go first.
I see either Washington or New England making a move into the top 10. And it's either going to be one or the other. It's not going to be both. Because there's only going to be one quarterback that falls to them.
Okay.
Because I don't think that San Francisco screws this up. I think they're going to take Trey Lance and do the right thing. So I see one of those teams moving up. And then I also see there's a lot of rumors around Arizona wanting to move up for a wide receiver.
Which would be interesting.
I know. They signed A.J. Green. Larry Fitzgerald hasn't formally retired yet. But I think there's a lot of, they already know he's going to retire, but are kind of keeping the smoke screen up. And I don't think that they trust Andy Isabella or Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to try to move up, get a big wide receiver, a good wide receiver, to pair with DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. That's really honestly what I see. And Washington's interesting because I think they're either going to move up for their quarterback or move back and capitalize on the later round talent and get more capital.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I think that.
Logan, do you see a lot of trades or like Nate, minimum?
I could see no more than 4 because I saw something earlier. I think I put it in the group chat that Green Bay's talking about moving up into the middle of the first round. I don't know what they would do there.
Why?
But, well, if they move up, are they really going to take wide receiver? Like, I don't see them going in the top 12, which all like the top receivers there would go.
Right.
Yeah, but Devontae Smith has been rumored to be falling to upwards of pick 15.
Right.
Right, but, I mean, honestly, as much as I don't want it to happen, if Devontae Smith is there at 12, Philadelphia is going to take Devontae Smith. Unless Howie Roseman is a complete idiot, which we already know he is, and it would just solidify the fact that he is. But I just don't see him falling past 12.
All right.
I have 4 trades I think will happen in the first. I think 2 teams are going to move into the top 10, and I think both could be DC and Patriots. And I see 2 teams moving into the end of the first round to acquire a later tackle or one of those later players, like a team that doesn't have a first-round pick trying to move up. Like maybe the Chiefs have 2 second rounds, trying to maybe get back into the first if somebody falls to them, like somebody they like. But I see 2 moving up, 2 moving out type thing. And I think the mid-10s, like 10 to 20, will probably be normal.
All right.
But I definitely see fighting for pick 4.
I think we're set in the top 10.
I think so,
I really do, unless Carolina wants to trade out.
Unless a quarterback falls, unless one of the 2 quarterbacks...
If Trey Lance, if Mac Jones is picked 3rd, there's going to be a massive move
I agree.
to get into the top 10 because you're going to have Trey Lance and Justin Fields, the 2 most athletic quarterbacks in this draft, sitting there at pick 4.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more trade backs than there's going to be trade ups.
I could see that.
Don't forget, Miami's rumored to want to move pick 18 up further.
Yeah, I think, and they have the capital to do it. Just like, I think there's going to be more trade backs because the talent in this draft is so deep that you can get first-round talent in the second round. And I think teams are going to lock up, like, trade this year's first for next year's first and another second this year. So I think it's going to be a lot more exciting once we get to the teens, with teams trading back and teams trading up. Like, I think I could see Baltimore easily trading up, into the top 15, to get a wide receiver or to get somebody. So I want to thank you guys very much. I appreciate you coming on and doing this. I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to Thursday night, and we'll have you guys on again, discuss how the draft went, and Logan, we'll have you on soon for hockey playoffs.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, guys. Thanks.
Thanks for having me. Love you.
Absolutely, guys. See ya.
Have a good one. All right, so
Well,
that
man.
worked.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was. I had a lot of fun with that.
Yep.
So
Thursday night, everyone.
Yep.
You guys will be hearing this Wednesday morning, afternoon sometime. Thursday, everybody watch, comment on the page, your favorite picks, what you want your team to do. We want to hear. Even on the page, if you want to comment while the draft is going, let's talk.
Yeah.
I might even talk while I'm on there watching it. So
There you
other
go.
than that, anything else, Mark?
no, everybody have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye guys.